Hello everyone, Wandering Trader over here. This week's progress. I've been away for about a month. There hasn't been anything eventful or significant. Just weekly stuff and stuff like that. But anyways, I finally some excitement. I have finally got assignment for 5,000 shares of SOFI. It was an earnings weekly play, and I have gotten the assignment. Actually, it was supposed to be 10,000, but since it was SoFi was teetering on on my strike, I ended up kind of getting the assignment. Not all of it, but it was teetering during after hours and stuff like that. So they voided me out based on this at 4 p.m., 4:32 p.m. They indicate Robinhood indicated that I had 10,000, but they actually voided me out, and basically on the other end they did not exercise all of them. So I am in this position right now, and I'm quite excited. So if you've been following me, SoFi is actually a top of mine, and we have done some analysis and such. So let's go into when I started playing this around July 12th. This is when I started really going into it, and when I was trading this, but based on the risk reward. This is my personal, preference and based off my needs. So this might not apply to everyone, but nonetheless, the risk reward, gamma, valuation a bit high, fair 12 to 15, still in price discovery mode. Macro themes events, not profitable, biggest defined reward, high card, 1 year price target, 27 to analyst target, 22 to 27. There might be new coverage, given the update with the earnings, but based off of my June analysis, it would be average 1922 from all-time high, 90% cost concentration 16.4 to 23.7. At that time, put call ratio 0.47, and on day of the trade 0.2. Last support 1461, expected move for 5 days. Bear case, bull case. We have strong marketing campaign and brand recognition, target audience, loans for Gen Y, known for one-stop shop app. So this is my time horizon. Based off of this trade, it was 5 at that time, 5 day to expiration time horizon. Can I hold for a year? Yes. Can I hold for 2 years? Yes. 3 years? Yes. Emergency fund, ideally no assignment and better entry. 12 to 13, conviction 7, competition. There's a lot of competition in the banking space, but fintech is quite innovative. Uniqueness, memeness. So let's go 19 of July. At that time, 90% cost concentration, put call ratio, bear case, bull case, VIX. This is when I always watch the VIX, and the beta of a ticker. Sentiment, published oversold. Okay. So anyways, you can read all this. All right. So at the time of the trade, I've entered this at August 9th. Let's see. We have here strike price 14.52. I think I did this by mistake, or actually I placed I wrote the contract and it didn't get completely filled. So I made some adjustment because I was getting a bit antsy, and I've actually indicated that I was trying to get under 15. This is a great, given the climate, the macro climate and market condition. Basically, VIX is at an all-time low. Inflation is really high, so I was getting antsy in regarding to enter a position and actually cover call it, write some cover calls, and also have some underlying appreciation for some high growth companies. But yes, I have I had 100 contracts on the 15. I adjusted this because of the assignment and the voiding. So, but you could take a look. I also had a couple more 15 contracts, 1450. This would be like oversold, really oversold territory. So we are going to my webull and basically order flow. Let's look at the charts. So this is, like I said, there has only been one earning, and there was the IPO and the information that was released to the public at that time, and then the earnings was more or less neutral. There's plenty of pros and cons. I'm not going to cover that because that's not that's not what I'm really about. I did it on my own time, so if that's something you want to do, earnings, I'm sure there's other YouTubers, or you could do it yourself. But based off of this, big gap down after earnings. They expected the numbers were a little bit neutral, more or less. So it's still in price discovery mode. So that's an academic term which indicates that we are the public, the general public, and institutions and individuals, retails, and investors in general, they're trying to find the price for this company, right? So based off of this, right now Bollinger is indicating this 2 standard deviation 1480, right? So I have my moving averages up, and I am in the position. So hooray! I am quite excited. Of course, some risks, some unforeseeable risks would be black swan event. Who knows? Come over the weekend there could be a war, or Monday opening bell there could be like some crazy sentiment about like a market crash or something. But it's always good to not have cash on the side, and when you enter into a position, basically to have some good ratio of cash positions and also money to trade around, to use to trade. So this is my progress. This is my portfolio update so far. So basically, when I entered the trade on Monday to earnings, this was the profit aside from the assignment. So this is I'm pretty satisfied with this number. And since my strike was 15, and I have entered in at, and I was credited with 9 cents on Monday when I wrote it. So my cost basis is basically $14.91, right? So let me pull this up. So I created a new sheet for this. So this is purely on my SOFI position. 5,000 shares, wrote August 9. That the credit on that was $4.50. So the price I paid. So this is how much I have in the game with this position, 75K. So if I'm gonna write my covered calls, I'm gonna have to stay above 14.91. So I'm quite excited. I feel like this is a really great entry price. Of course, like I said, with black swan events or bear market or a big downturn, growth companies will take a hit. This could go, easily go down to $12 or $10. So that is always in the realm of possibility. But the risk reward is basically, there's more upside than there is downside with the price entry and with the fundamentals. So I'm on the quantamentals analysis. I feel like this is pretty good. TBD, of course. I could keep you guys posted next week or in a couple weeks if if it's boring and stuff like that. But definitely I could, let you guys know how it goes with the cover calls, and if I decide to write more puts on this. But yeah, this is it. So I'm quite excited. I'm finally in a position. Uh, First position of no, actually this was my second position of the year. So I had a Etsy play. So let's take a look at the option chain, right? So for next week we have, so I'm already at 15, right? So next week, if I'm gonna write I feel like 1650 is like a good sweet spot. So I'm always trying to find a sweet spot, right? So if I get called away at 16, if I write cover call at 16, I would get the premium based on Monday. This number is going to change, but it would be around like 2000. So let's do the math on that. So a quick mental math would be 5,000 shares plus $1, right? 15 strike plus 16. That would be easily 5,000, plus the premiums would be about 2,000. So this would be a $7,000. So I'm gonna try to write around 1650. I think this is a sweet spot where I could still keep the share. So my intention is to actually hold the shares, right? Because I gotten into a good entry. But if I get it called away at 1650 and I'm compensated at 7,500 plus the premiums in 5 days, I'll just take it. I'm gonna do that. So, but aside from that, I'm also gonna write some puts, since they voided me out of since they voided me the contracts. So I am going to probably write like another 50 at 1450 or 14. I have to examine market opens from 4 p.m. to 9:30. So VIX will be considered. Macro themes, I'm gonna have to see if there's any interesting sentiments and whatnot. But I'm definitely gonna write out another 50 contracts for sure, and I might do another 20. I might double down another 20 contracts, like when midweek, like Wednesday or something like that, just to see as a double down play. But I'm definitely doubling down 50 contracts, so it might be either 14. I'm leaning towards 14, but it might also be 1450. So I'm committed in the position. This is my progress. Stay tuned. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe. Yeah. Thanks for watching and tuning in. And stay safe out there and take care of yourself. All right?